Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. Today I am going to be showing you guys everything I got for my birthday this past week and a half. And yeah, it's just gonna be a fun, cozy time. I got a lot of fun stuff and I just wanted to share it with you guys. And the majority of this is going to be a book haul. And it's not just books that were bought for me, but also books that I just kind of bought for myself for my birthday. So I'm gonna go through that too. And I guess we can just kind of start this off by saying that this microphone, which was introduced in the last video showing you guys everything I won in two different um, Instagram giveaways. Yeah, this mic. It made its debut last time and it's going to continue. And I really, really hope that the sound quality is better. It's easier to hear me. And I don't know, maybe it'll also just give you guys some good ASMR. So thank you to my mom who got me this. It came in like a little kit with so it was two microphones. So I not only just have this one, I have another one. Oh, excuse me, and I have all the things. So starting off with the first gift, it was this one. Let me see if I can get this on my shirt. I kind of feel a little bit like Mr. Incredible. Only the true kids would know, but Mr. Incredible in the beginning of The Incredibles when he's like, I can bust through walls, but I just can't get this on. But yeah, only the true kids know. But anyway, so hopefully you guys will still be able to hear me good. So anyway, I'm going to be showing you guys the gifts that were given to me first by my friends and family, and then I am going to show you the gifts that I got for myself. Which, starting off, I just realized I forgot to get, I thought I got everything in place, but I didn't. So, just kind of moving aside here. Let me make sure that I'm grabbing the right stuff. Yeah, just when I think that I have everything, turns out that I don't. So, anyway, all right, so here we go. So, first from my mom, she is such a great artist. And so, she made a card for me and she watercolored it. Here we go, little birthday card. It's like a layered cake, but she also said that it kind of reminded her of like a stack of books. So it's perfect. I love that. I love whenever she makes handmade cards and stuff. And then the other gift that she gave me, I'm going to save it because it ties into um, something else a little bit later on. So I'm going to save this. Just you wait. Just you wait. Anybody who listened to Hamilton, which I have thoughts about Hamilton, but I'm going to save those. I'm not going to get into it now. So this, oh yes, this next card, I'm gonna show you guys what it looks like on the front. I'm not gonna show you the message, obviously. This one is a card from my friend Alyssa. Absolutely love her. She got me some fun gifts, but I'm not gonna show them because they're like food items. But basically, she went on like a fun little shopping spree at Trader Joe's because she knows that I love all of those fun snacks. And my mom was kind of secretly texting her about what I like from Trader Joe's. And so she got me a lot of fun, like fall themed snacks. One of which was the Fall Harvest salsa. And I highly recommend, especially with their fall chips. They're like tortilla chips that are in the shape of different fall leaves. And they even have like the colors. So it's like yellow, orange, and red. And they're all like naturally dyed with like, like actual like real veggies. And they're so and also that fall harvest salsa is so good in eggs. So, so good. So anyway, thank you, Alyssa. And now back to the things that my mom got me. So this next item, I was there when she bought it for me because we were in Home Goods. Red flag number one, we were in Home Goods. It's a bad idea. And I saw this like cute mug with like one of those like tea not strainers, but it's like those like metal mesh ball things that you can put tea leaves in and like, you know, to steep the tea. And as soon as I saw it, I was like, oh my gosh. And my mom was like, grabs it off the shelf and she was like, you didn't see me grab that. And so So anyway, this is Belle because I'm just a sucker for all things Beauty and the Beast, and this is just so cute. And so the little tea strainer thingy is Chip. And look at him, little guy. I don't know if I am going to use this or not. I mean, I probably will. I'm not that big into using like loose leaf tea, but definitely it was worth it for the little guy. And let me see, the next thing that my mom got me, I'm trying to think of what she did get me. I think that was it because then the other thing ties into something later on. So I'm going to save that. I'm going to save it. Actually, wait, nope, found it. I remembered it. So I have a Kindle. I recently, well, not too recently, but like several months ago, I got a Kindle, and so I've been wanting because I've seen other people use like pop sockets to like help hold, like have a hold or a grip on their Kindle, and I really wanted one that was like a MagSafe as well, where it's like the magnet thingy and you can kind of slide it off. And I haven't added it yet because I'm still not sure exactly like where I want to place it. But my mom got me this one because I really wanted it. This was one of the two that I had my eye on, and it's like a cute fall bookshop grip. I'm so excited about this. It's so cute. And then since we're done with the things that my mom got me, I'm going to show you the other thing that actually goes with my Kindle that I got for myself. And I forgot to mention this in the last video, or even I think I might have mentioned it in another video. But if you guys will remember, I one of the giveaways that I won was for a blind date with a book, and I shared in that video, which was my latest book mail unboxing video. I shared the Instagram profile and the Etsy shop for the lady who does these blind dates with the book. Her name is Lauren, and she also has a couple of extra things in her shop. And one of them I bought for myself because I had to, is a plug for your Kindle. It like keeps dust from getting in the little charging port, and so it's just like a little kind of like silicone plastic thingy, and it has a little charm on it, and I absolutely had to get the little pumpkin. It's like a little glass pumpkin charm. And doesn't that just go so perfectly with the Kindle grip? So yeah, got that. And she also sent some stickers with it. So I got two of these. It's just so cute. So I got two of those, and got this one. This one. I love this one. So yeah, I got those stickers with that. So made me so happy. And then let me see. I think, okay, so now that I'm thinking about it, when I did the unboxing for the blind date with the book, I believe it was that video. I think in that video or in one of my past videos, I had mentioned that there was just some stuff going on in my life that was just kind of difficult. And I was like, I think I had like asked for prayer and stuff. And one of the things that had happened, this next kind of gift thing kind of ties into that. What had happened is like my grandma, technically she's my step grandma, she's my mom's stepmom, but I just say grandma because it makes it easier. But I literally just explained it, so I don't know. But she had broken her ankle and was in the hospital. She's all good now, and she's now like getting like kind of physical rehabilitation and stuff. So we're working through that right now. But thankfully, she's okay. She got surgery and everything. And so when she was in the hospital, I remember my mom and I visited her in the hospital on my birthday actually, and it was so funny because like my aunt was there, and she was like, I'm sorry I didn't really get anything for your birthday, but I have this. This is the best I could do in the hospital. And she gave me this cute like iridescent sticker, which I was like, yes, I love stickers. And then come to find out, she had actually gotten this because I didn't know where she had gotten it at all, but like on one of the next visits to the hospital, turns out the nurse's station on that hall, on that floor, had like a whole like bowl filled with like all these like aesthetic stickers, and I was just like, yes. So I restrained myself, but I did end up getting 3 stickers. I picked out 3 of the best ones. I love this one. This is an iridescent rose one. And then this one's like a cute, like a antique vintage book. And then I thought this one was really cool. It's very like fantasy. Kind of makes me think of The Hobbit because it's got fire behind a mountain. I don't know. And I also just reread The Hobbit, so kind of got that on the brain. So anyway, birthday gift from my aunt, and then like things I got at the hospital. So, you know, hey, who knew that a hospital's nurse's station could be the place to get fun stickers? All I'm saying. Okay, and then the next gifts were given to me by best friend by Erin, and she actually has a YouTube channel. I'm gonna link her down below because she has fun, cute, cozy vibe videos, and she got me some of the cutest stuff. So she went to World Market. Excuse me. She went to World Market and was like asking God, like, what should I get Tirza? And so she got me this. She said she got it mostly just because of the picture on it. This is like a hand lotion, but it smells so good. It's it says that it's cypress and sage, a harmonious blend of earthy cypress and the herbaceous aroma of sage. I don't really know how to describe the smell, but it's just I really love it and I've been using it a lot. So thank you, Erin. And she got me this. It's like a craft. She got me a needle felt craft kit to make this little guy. I have not attempted it yet because I am a little scared of needle felting. I have never tried it. I never really thought that I would want to try it, but for Erin, I will try it. You know what? I'm gonna give it a shot. It doesn't look too hard, so I'm excited to try this. And then the other thing that she got me that is probably my favorite out of all 3 of these that I have literally worn like so many times already is these little gold earrings. Like, oh my goodness, little hoops. So cute. And what's cool is you can actually take the roses off and you can just wear them as dainty hoops. But I've just worn them as like the roses because they're so cute. But yeah, that has been my absolute favorite. And what's actually perfect, again, I forgot to get this out really quick. Ah. Oh, I got it. I got it. I actually had this necklace. I've had this necklace for years, and I got this necklace from Earthbound. Guess what? The earrings match this necklace like perfectly. Like maybe the shade of gold is like slightly different, but I mean, as Pam from The Office would say, they're the same picture, essentially. So, and I know Erin would appreciate that because she loves The Office. But yes, 'twas literally a match made in heaven. Okay, I think I covered all the things that I was given by other people, and I'm going to touch on the other thing that my mom got me in a little bit, but we'll touch on that. So now I'm going to touch on books that I got for myself because I could. And also I what is it? I do this or I use this app. I don't know if you guys have heard of it. It's called Fetch. I think I've mentioned it before. Maybe not. So I use this app called Fetch. It's where you snap receipts and you get points for them. And like if you get enough points, you can get all these different kinds of gift cards. This is not sponsored, obviously, and I would say they're not. You have to know how to work the system, is all I'm gonna say. You have to know how to kind of use the app in order to get the points that you want. And I know that some people like either they don't know how to figure that out or just they just have terrible luck with it. I apparently had some of the best luck with it these past few weeks because I was able to garner so many points that I was able to get myself like two $50 Amazon gift cards, so like $100 in total, plus like an extra $3 one because I had leftover points, and then like a $10 one. So like quite a bit. So like almost $115 of gift cards, and I spent them all on books from Amazon because I had an Amazon wish list, and So yeah, I'm just going to show you guys some of the things I got. And the thing is I still have books on my wish list that I do want to get, but I got ones that were on my wish list that either like I had read before and just needed to buy because I might have like some of them I had like read digitally like on my library apps or something, or like I had like a different format or whatever. So I just kind of got books that I was just like, I don't really want to get these as gifts. Like if I send someone my Amazon wish list, so like I'm like, I don't really want to get these as gifts. So I'd rather just get them for myself. So that way the books that I would want as a gift or bought, I don't know if that makes sense. But yes, so let me try to explain this in a good way. Hold on. Gotta move something around over here. So yeah. So of those books that I got, I'm gonna start with these. So I collected or I bought all 4 paperbacks from the Gallimere Chronicles. I think I've kind of talked about this before. I think I mentioned one of the books in this series in my fall book recommendations, and the one that I had recommended was Once Upon an Apple. Gabrielle Landi is the author. Oops, sorry if I knocked the sound around. And I loved that book so much. I have read the other books in the series except her most recent one that came out. And similar to how much I love Hannah Sandvig's books, the fairy tale romances, and with Hannah Sandvig's books, I have both the hardcover and the paperback copies. Kind of similar to that, I want to collect all the hardcovers and the paperbacks of Gabby's Gallimere Chronicles. These are just sweet, cozy, clean, no spice, fairy tale retellings, just so cute. And so I just wanted to get all of these. So this one is the first one. It's like a super tiny short novella. It's um a retelling of The Little Mermaid. I would say very loosely it's a retelling. It doesn't really follow the exact, like we don't even have mermaids in it. I would say just kind of the very loose idea of like a character wanting to be a part of a different world and like leaving their family behind. It's kind of that vibe, but it's still super cute. And then we have Once Upon an Apple. This is the paperback copy. I also just love the design as well. And then I desperately need to get the hardcover of this one, but Once Upon a Rose, her Beauty and the Beast retelling, this one is like quickly became one of my top favorite retellings of Beauty and the Beast. And then this is her latest one. I have not read this yet, but I'm excited. It's Once Upon a Pumpkin, and it is a retelling of Cinderella, and I'm so excited for that one. She says that it's like a Cinderella retelling, but it's like also like got Anastasia vibes. So, like Anastasia vibes in the way of like a lost princess, essentially. Well, I don't think she's like a princess, but like essentially, like she's got amnesia. She's like, missing, essentially, like a missing daughter. So, yeah, so excited about that. And the other books that I got from Amazon was I actually I had the first one of this and in a physical copy and I had read it, and then I just read the ebook on one of my library apps to finish out the duology, but I needed, the physical copy of this. Shadow by Kara Swanson. It's Kara, not Kara. Um, it is a part of her Heirs of Neverland duology. It's like a darker fantasy retelling of Peter Pan, and the first book is called Shadow. Sorry, this is Shadow. This is the second one. The first one is called Dust, so it's Dust and then Shadow. And yeah, I just needed this, and I didn't want to get it as a gift because I feel like if I haven't read it yet, necessarily, I'm just like, I would rather have that as a gift. And like this, I'd already read it, and I was just like, I just want to buy it for my shelf. So I have that. And then the other 2 books I got were these two. These are what are they called? Tales from Eviryia duology by Erin Phillips. And I have talked about Erin Phillips before. I have mentioned her in my fall reading video as well. And then I also did a excerpt reading video for her latest book called The Betrayal of Eden, which is the first book in a Count of Monte Cristo retelling that's like gender swapped. It's got dark academia, dark fantasy vibes, and I highly recommend Erin Phillips, by the way. If you've watched it, like all of my videos and like especially my most recent ones, yeah, highly recommend The Betrayal of Eden. And these books, just to kind of explain them really quick, these are a part of her backlog. These are books that she published quite a few years before. And she explains that they were kind of a part of her beginning writer journey. And she actually has a whole post about them because she is actually planning on removing these from publication. So they will be going out of print. And I had to get these on Amazon. Normally, I would buy direct from her, but they are no longer in her personal like website shop, so you cannot get them from there. And she said that they're only going to be like in print, like especially like the only place you're going to be able to get them is Amazon. They're only going to be in print until the end of the year. So if you are someone who is interested in Erin Phillips's writing and you want to read her backlog, this is your last chance. You have like maybe like you have the rest of November and then you have December and then that's it. So that is why I bought these because I was just like, I just wanted to get them and get them fast. They're both like fairly reasonable priced too. Reasonably priced. This one was like $14, 14, 15. This one was like 15, $16. And it's just these two. So yeah, we have the Keeper and then we have the Vorken. So yeah, really excited to kind of dive into these, even though like Erin has said in like her posts and her videos on Instagram, she's talked about like it's not like she's ashamed of them or anything, but she has talked about how like she's like, yeah, like this was before, like I don't know, it's not like she didn't even say that the writing wasn't like, she wasn't saying that the writing was bad or anything, but she just talked about how like they're a testament to her beginnings of writing essentially. But hey, I'm still willing to take a chance on them because, yeah, I'm willing to take a chance on them. And I honestly do not think that they're going to be that horrible. You know, I mean, not that she said that they'd be horrible necessarily, but I'm just like, they can't be that bad, especially because, well, I do. Let's just say I need to do a video about Erin Phillips's books because I have read at this point her three newest books, and I have loved two of them, and I own two of them. But let's just say I have some very deep, strong feelings and opinions about the other one, which was the first book of like her new kind of writing catalog. She has her backlog and then she has like her new catalog. And these are the three books that she's pushing the most. And let's just say I have strong feelings about the first one that she published. I'm gonna save it and I will do a video about that soon because I have opinions. Sorry, Erin. I don't know if you'd be watching this, but yeah. Which it's funny because I have a friend named Erin, I just realized. And then, but not the same Erin, not the same Erin, different Erins. But anyway, I'm excited to dive into these books. So yeah, let's move on. And then the next things I wanted to show you guys was just fun stuff that I got at the mall because I had a couple of like birthday rewards that I wanted to cash in on. So I went to Bath and Body Works. I'm not going to be showing you the stuff I got at Bath and Body Works because they're just kind of scattered basically. Like I gave um like I think I gave something to my mom, and then I honestly don't know what I did with the rest of it. And then one of the things that I did was I went to Hot Topic because I don't really shop at Hot Topic, but I do get their $5 birthday reward, and for me that's worth it. And so I went and I got one of the Disney blind box pens, and this is so cute because they're like vintage cakes. So you're probably wondering which one did I get? Well, I really desperately wanted to get this one, which is the Belle Beauty and the Beast one, because Beauty and the Beast is my favorite. Or, I would have loved the Cinderella one because that's so pretty. Also, we have Tiana, Mulan, And then I think this one's The Little Mermaid, and then that one is Moana. And so, my top two. Let's just say that like one of the bottom two was the ones that I did not want. Guess what I got? I got the Moana one. Now, listen, I don't have anything against Moana. I actually do like that movie and everything. I love the music, but she's not my favorite Disney princess. And when you really desperately want, like, this is why I absolutely dislike blind boxes. I know you're all like, why did you get a blind box? Because, like, I got, basically half off because, the $5. And, either way, I'd be getting a pen, and I do love pens. I just, this is my petition to Disney. I don't know if you guys are going to ever actually listen, but guys, look at what Lego did with their blind boxes. Because guess what? People invented an app where you scan it and you find out what you get. Because listen, I know some people do enjoy like the thrill of, unboxing, but that is the whole reason why so many people have invented like the app for like the Lego blind boxes, is because you kind of do actually care about what you get. And I would love it if Disney would kindly invent an app where I can scan it and find out what I got. Thank you. So, yeah, I was extremely disappointed when I saw what I got. And I immediately was just like, maybe I could sell it and like try to buy like the Bell one, or maybe I could go and see if I could like do pen trading. Turns out there's like a couple of different Disney pen trading websites. I'm already on one of them, and I'm really hoping to be able to trade this one for a Bell one. So, fingers crossed. Or if one of my viewers happens to own one of these, not one of these, but like specifically the Bell one, and you're okay with getting this, maybe hit me up, please. I don't know. I'll let you guys know if I happen to find a trade for this in the future. But anyway, moving on. And then the last thing that I got is actually kind of a, you know, was kind of a win actually. Is I've always wanted one of these like little plushy keychains. It's like a plushy boba guy. And I just happened to be passing a boba shop in the mall, and I like looked over and there was like a little display case that had like keychains and like merch and stuff, and they had this guy, and it was just this one, and I've been wanting one like this. It's just so cute. I love him. I don't know what to name him, but I just like, yes. It's the little things, guys. It's the little things. Excuse me. So now on to have a few more things. So, excuse me. Then the other things or other books that I bought for myself was actually, sorry, there's one over here. So after I had gone to the mall, so this is the same day that I went to the mall, got the pen at Hot Topic. I found the little boba plushy guy. I went to Mardell's, which if you do not know what Mardell's is, you're missing out. Mardell's is like the most awesome like Christian bookstore. They're kind of like partnered with Hobby Lobby because there's a lot of things there that are similar to Hobby Lobby. Like they have a lot of the same stuff, but it's more very specifically Christian. They have like so many different Bibles. I remember when I was younger and my mom was homeschooling us, we got a lot of like homeschooling curriculum there. They sell Adventures in Odyssey albums. There's a lot of fun Christian like books for kids there, and also just like Christian like young adult and adult. Um yeah, there's just like so much fun. It's like if you are a Christian or like you're religious in any way, they also have stuff that's like they have like Jewish kind of like leaning stuff. They also have stuff for Catholics. No matter what denomination you are, they have it pretty much. But yeah, and I was just kind of wandering in their book section because they also tend to have a section that's um like books with like different colored stickers, and so like whatever color it is, it coincides with a price. So like the gray sticker is $1, the red sticker is like $3, I think, the orange sticker is like 5 or whatever. And so I was looking, there was a couple of books that I kind of was like, ooh, this looks interesting. This looks interesting. And I found one that I'm like, ooh, I really, really like this one because this one's super cool. I found this book is called A Lady's Guide to Marvels and Misadventures. And what's funny is I remember seeing this image like floating around on Instagram, but I kind of dismissed it because I did not know that it was actually by a Christian author with Christian themes. At first I was just like, oh, this is probably just another one of those like quote unquote like cozy fantasy books that most likely has spice and blah, you know. But turns out it was Christian. That makes me so happy. So yeah, this one sounds so much fun because it's basically like the Nutcracker meets Around the World in 80 Days. It sounds so cool. So yeah, I'm excited to read this. It's going to be so much fun. And also, I just love the cover as well. So definitely excited to read that. Oh, and it was $5, by the way. And then the next books that I got for myself was, I don't know if I've shown this one on my, yeah, I haven't shown this one on my YouTube or anything, but I'm sure you guys have heard me talk about a certain publishing company called Enclave Publishing. They publish mainly like Christian fantasy and sci-fi books, and they have like the coolest, most prettiest book covers and designs ever. So, like, for example, Cara Swanson, who I just mentioned, who wrote Dust and Shadow, she is published by Enclave Publishing. And I have been like going to town like saving their books to my wish list and also like buying up a couple as well. And yeah, I am just like 100% on board with this publishing company and I cannot wait to read other authors. I have so far only read two authors. Sorry, Kara Swanson, not Cara. And also Rochelle Nelson. She wrote a book called Ember Gold, which is like, I like to imagine it as like Beauty and the Beast meets like kind of Misty Mountain, like a Hobbit vibes, essentially, with the dragon. And that was so good. And so, anyway, there's this trilogy that I had really wanted to get. I got in the first book, and then this past weekend, I got the other two books because I just really wanted to, get them. And this is the Weaver trilogy. Hold on, get it all in the frame, by Lindsay A. Franklin. I mostly have just called it like I've mostly just referred to it as the Story Peddler trilogy because that's the first book, but it's the Weaver trilogy. And is a story about a girl who tells stories, but like she has this magical power to like weave them into like these to weave them into sculptures that sell for like quite a bit of money. And she's like trying to get free of like this master that she is like kind of bonded to, I guess, or she has like a debt to pay to, and she really wants to become the storyteller to the king. So that's just a very short summary. So here's my quick little fun kind of breakdown of my experience with this book so far. Is I actually had a different copy of this beforehand sitting on my shelf that I had bought at half price. And then when I had gone this weekend to go get these two, because I had seen online that they were at the same half price location, I thought I was just going to be getting these two. And when I grabbed them, I started kind of flipping inside of them, and I realized that they were signed. This is the second book, by the way. It's called The Story Raider. I noticed that they were signed. So I quickly was like, oh. So I quickly looked at the third book. It is also signed, called The Story Hunter, by the way. And I suddenly like looked over. They also had the first book, and I was like, is it signed too? Yes, it is also signed. So what I did was I just bought the whole trilogy, came home, and I took the sticker, the price sticker off of this one, and I put it on the other copy that I had. And before anybody comes in the comments for me, I paid the exact same amount of for this signed copy as I did for the other copy that I had that was unsigned. The same amount of money. Same amount of money. And also, they were like basically the same condition. Don't come for me. It's called being shrewd, is what it's called. So, anyway, now I have all of these. And then I just found this out today. I realized that it looked like there was something kind of wedged between the pages of this third book. And guess what? It had a bookmark. Now, unfortunately, the other two books did not have a bookmark, but hey, this is so cool. So, yeah, it's kind of like purpley. And then the other side, I'll show it in a second. It says, "You can't control what happened to you yesterday, but you can decide who you're going to be tomorrow." I love that. I love that so much. But yes, I'm so excited to dive into this. And yeah, it's going to be so much fun. I'm going to put this, I have a whole jar full of my new like bookmarks that I have. So anyway, all right, I need to hurry up because I'm just realizing how long this recording has gone on. All right, so the next thing that I kind of semi got for my birthday that also my mom contributed to, thank you, Mom, was, if you guys have also been on this channel since kind of my early days, aka like since March of this year, you'll know that I did a reading video. And also, I mentioned this. This was a book that I recommended in my fall book recommendations. You'll know that I love Nightweaver by R.M. Gray. Also, I don't think I ever showed this, but it's got these amazing, beautiful sprayed edges. It's so gorgeous. And like this is like the deluxe edition. That's a family tree. Got a map, and then, oh wait, don't do that. We also have, oh, so pretty. So, long story short, on RM Gray, she published Nightweaver independently back in 2023, and I remember discovering her on Instagram back in that time. She just came across my feed, and I'm so glad she did. And she just inspired me so much. Like, she had all these sweet, inspiring posts about almost giving up on her book. And she went ahead and independently published it. And it ended up becoming such a hit. It was like #1 on Amazon for so long. And then she was picked up in early 2024, excuse me, by Little Brown Publishing. And I think it's like a division of, or like more specifically, the Hachette group, I think is how you pronounce it. That's like the group of like kind of the imprint of the publishing company. And yeah, and so it got a new cover. This is like the new cover and everything. Hope you like my, I've already started my reread of it. So anyway, you know that I love this book. It is also like the perfect fall Halloween read and everything. Absolutely love it. Well, last night, as of me recording this, I went to the release party slash book signing for book 2 in the series, which is called Star Chaser. I am like literally, this has been so anticipated for me. So anticipated. Deluxe edition with the sprayed edges. So pretty. Also, if anybody knows what flowers these are, I'm so bad at like recognizing flowers. Like, obviously I know that these are roses. And I showed this to my mom and she was like, "I think these are peonies, but I'm not sure." So if anybody knows, or maybe if RM Gray happens to be watching this now, I don't know, sound off. But yeah, this is the books. They're just, oh, they're so beautiful. I love how it's like this is nighttime and now this is like slowly the dawn is creeping up. I love it. So anyway, Star Chaser is a part of my birthday. Just look at those together. Just look at those. It's so pretty. Anyway, so Star Chaser was a part of my birthday, and my mom initially pre ordered it for me on Amazon. And when I had decided that I was going to go to the release party book signing thing, I was like, I had asked my mom, I was like, did it happen to ship early? Because sometimes the books, pre orders will ship early. Sadly, no, it did not. So my mom and I decided that we would cancel the Amazon order and I would just go and buy a copy at the bookshop that she was having it at. And it was down in Waco, which is quite a drive. And it's at a place called the Fabled Bookshop. This is actually from their coffee shop, by the way. And I'm saving this because I'm also wanting to do a spread in my book journal for this. I love saving like cool bits of, paper, oh my God, paper, paper, and like ephemera and stuff. And I love using that for like scrapbooking in my book journal and everything. And so I went down to Fabled Bookshop, and I also had messaged them on Instagram beforehand to see like, hey, like I have an RSVP to this event. Does this mean that I will be able to get a copy of this book? And they said yes. So good. And also, almost forgot to mention this, but obviously I got mine signed. It was so much fun. So happy about this. And also, this sticker came with the book. So, yeah, basically what happened is like my mom, had to cancel the order, and then she just gave me some cash to go and buy the copy at the bookshop. So, no harm done. Also, there's the same maps and like family trees in here, except the hardcover underneath is, doesn't that look like Swan Lake? Makes me think of Swan Lake. I don't know. But yeah, I got that. I got the sticker that came with it. And basically, the series of Nightweaver in a nutshell, I'm just going to explain it really quick. And this is also just something that RM Gray, I think she's just learned to say it so many million times that it just rolls off the tongue. She just knows it in her sleep. Because something that I have learned by following authors is that if you have a series, you are always marketing book one, always. And you kind of have to have that selling point down. So she explains that Nightweaver is essentially Pirates of the Caribbean meets Gothic Downton Abbey with a dark magical twist. I like to think of it as like Haunted Mansion and Pirates of the Caribbean had a beautiful love child. And yeah, so that's basically what it is. It's very just like gothic and moody. There is like some hauntings in it and stuff like that. And also I'm just going to have to do a video where I talk just about this series, but it has some wonderful kind of um like a little bit of allegory and symbolism and themes that I really love. That's all I'm going to say. And then Star Chaser, she explained, she also had a question and answer on her Instagram where she said this, but she also said this at the live Q&A last night. But she explained that Star Chaser is more of a fall wintry read because it's going to be more wintry. So it's like you kind of have your fall Halloween read with Nightweaver. And then she said, if you love Christmas and Halloween, you're going to love Star Chaser. And she explained that it's like Pirates of the Caribbean meets Phantom of the Opera meets certain elements and vibes from The Princess Diaries 2 and Anastasia. And I'm sold. I'm sold. I'm so excited about it. So, anyway, yes, so excited to read that. But first, I'm going to do my reread of Nightweaver. And then just to show you the last couple of things that I bought for myself at Fabled Bookshop, they had these bookmarks for free. Has a quote from J.R.R. Tolkien. And then, and also because I had just finished rereading The Hobbit, I found this cute book pen. They have like the coolest stuff. I highly recommend going down to Waco if you happen to live in Texas. Well, down or up, wherever you live in Texas, go to Waco. I highly recommend it. I need to go more often. And then I got this cool sticker, Fabled sticker. It's their logo. And then this one, I actually got two of these, one for me, one for my mom when I saw it because it was the funniest thing. Only people who have watched the movie Elf are going to understand this. It's a Christmas movie, by the way. Just just take your time. Take your time. Basically, it's kind of an inside joke from the movie Elf because in it, Buddy the Elf, played by Will Ferrell, he finds out essentially that his dad, who he has never met because he was raised in the North Pole, he finds out that his real biological father works at a book company and he's on the naughty list because he's a jerk. And then they like cut to this scene where his dad is quite literally like telling a nun that because they couldn't pay for like this order of children's books, like they're gonna have to take the books back. And the nun is just like this sweet old lady, and she's like, but the children love the books. It's so sad. It's so it literally made my mom's day when I like was showing her the stickers and I was like, I got two of these, one for each of us because it's so funny. So yeah, if seriously watch Elf just for this scene because it's so funny. So yeah, anyway, it brought me so much joy, it cracked me up. So yeah. Anyway, maybe go down to Fabled Bookshop just to get this. Just kidding. No, they had so much cool stuff. One thing that I especially loved about it is like it was a pretty big bookstore and it also had like obviously it's it had like a cafe coffee shop in it, but it was like so big. Like it actually had something that I thought was refreshing is that it had so many like classics and also Christian books too. So that just sweetened the deal for me. And yeah, it just made me happy to see like both like kind of secular worldly books, but also like good Christian and like also like children's classics as well. So that made me happy. So anyway, before this video gets any longer, it's longer than I had anticipated it would be. I just want to thank you guys so much for watching, for seeing my birthday gift slash book haul. Thank you for watching. This was so much fun to just show off just the fun things that I got. Oh, and also now that I'm seeing it, another fun thing that I did when I had, gone to this book signing is I dressed in kind of like the colors and I wore different pieces of jewelry that were like inspired by, that made me think of, that were kind of themed after Star Chaser. And well, one of them, I'm just going to show really quick, is a necklace that I have. I just get the funnest like jewelry findings and charms from Hobby Lobby. Is I had this like castle and I was just like, oh my gosh, it's like Castle Grim. Heck yeah. So anyway, yeah. And then I wore this. I actually made a handmade, like I made this leather bracelet and it's braided. I learned how to do one of it's called an impossible braid. And this, if you're someone who has read Nightweaver, you probably know where I'm getting at. But in the book Nightweaver, and I'm assuming that's going to come up in Star Chaser, the main character Aster and her family, they all have these things called trinkets, and their trinkets are they each wear a braided leather bracelet. And I remember from the very first time I ever actually read Nightweaver, like the indie copy, I always wanted one of these bracelets, and I wish that like Rebecca, that's her first name, I always wish that she could have had that as like merch to sell because that'd be so cool. And so I finally made one myself because I just desperately wanted it. And I remember showing it to her last night when she was signing my book, and she was like, "No way!" Like absolutely, like she absolutely freaked out in the best way. She was like, "Oh my gosh, it's like my writing come to life!" And then her photographer was like, "Wait, let me get some pictures." Her photographer was so funny. She was just like, "Let me get some pictures, let me get, She didn't talk like that, but just that's just me. That'd be fabulous. So anyway, but yeah, that was just such a fun time, and now I'm gonna let you guys go. But thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed and had a good old fun cozy time. Just wanted to bless you today as you go about it. And yeah, yeah. Anyway, thanks for watching. God bless. I love you guys. Bye.